What can we expect from Stixx in the near future in Southside?
Well, there's a crazy match coming up in a few days. It's me, Ligero, Osprey, Haskins, Marty Skrull and Sabin in Stevenage. What am I doing in that match? Right, you got 5 really fast wrestlers, you know, and he's just got this big lug standing on the apron. I think I'll just wait until they all wear each other out, and then like the Simpsons, you know, he's got that layer around his head, he just pushes him over after, you know. It might take a while though, but I came back the last show in St. Neots, and he got a great response, to the point where X-Pac grabbed the mic after and said like really nice words. And I mean, after when we got backstage, he was saying that normally companies bring to give like the local guys a bit of a rub, and he was so impressed with the response that he felt that I gave him a rub. I was like, I didn't agree obviously, but it's always nice to hear someone say that. You know, it's like, yeah kid, I'll give you the rub. You know, can I go to WrestleMania now?
Recently, the fans have had a bit of a change of heart with you in the ring. How's that reaction been for you?
Well, using like, you know, terms that hopefully people understand. Southside was actually one of the only companies where I play a heel now. Everywhere else around the country I'm a babyface. You know, so the switch was quite easy for me because I'm doing it everywhere else. But this is the kind of place that I always wanted to do it, because this was the place that had kind of pushed me the hardest as like the top. So making a transition to babyface, I guess when you get to a certain level as a heel, a lot of the fans are kind of hoping that one day you'll turn face. You know, you see the guys on TV, like, you know, guys like Triple H, the top guys. You know, all it takes is one promo and suddenly, yeah, I like him now. You know, or like, I mean, how many times has Big Show switched? All right. Yeah, it's like, oh, he's a bad guy. What's your reason? I'm a giant. It's like, oh, he's a good guy. What's your reason? I'm a giant. It's like, okay, I'll just accept it and shit. That will boo, you know, either way. But you know, this company uses a lot of the guys that I really like. You know, like Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate, the Pledge. Is someone definitely to look out for. He's 18. He's 18. All right. How can you look like that when you're 18? Right? Or indeed move like that? So I've got a lot of people lined up to have kind of fresh matches with. And when you've been doing it as long as me, that's what you really kind of want is fresh matches to keep you interested. You know, there's a guy there. You know, fresh match. But you know, like I said, when you've been doing it, I mean, it's going on 14 years now. And it's not necessarily like wrestling the people I've already wrestled that kind of keeps me interested. And we've done that. We know we can do it. It's the fresh person coming up. Oh, you know, fresh meat. You know, let's see what we can do here. Really like situations, you know, because you know, standing backstage at St. Neots, I didn't know what the crowd was going to do when X-Pac announced me. And I'm standing going, please cheer, please cheer, please cheer, please cheer. You know, and then you go out and you're like, okay, this is going to work, I think. You know, and now we can kind of push forward and go into other things.
We've seen you wrestle in front of 800 people in Stevenage. We've seen you wrestle in front of 100 people in Rushden. We've seen you now wrestle in front of a couple of hundred in Bedford. How does it kind of, how does it differ for you?
Being honest, when you're in front of a large crowd, you can rarely see past the third row. You can hear them, but you know they're there. But, you know, I've always kind of built into the mentality, because I had it built into me and I built it into the people, the guys who were playing at school. I mean, on our Wednesday sessions, like the advanced sessions, or like the pros still come and train, you know, we go really hard with each other. You know, we probably take more bumps and push ourselves more than we would in matches. You know, and that's in front of nobody. You know, so if there's 10 people there like willing to kind of enjoy themselves and give a reaction, then it's fine. But you know, sometimes you get really large crowds that are just dead. You know, but then you get really small crowds that sound like there's 8 times as many because they're really loud. You know, so you never really know, like going into a show, like how much you're going to enjoy it. You know, I mean, like Stevenage on Sunday, you know, it's nearly sold out, so they're going to have nearly 800 people there. And I've always enjoyed that venue because it reminds me of a lot of families. You know, they go from a more, I don't want to say camp show type match, you know. But the last time we were there, it was me and Charlie Ferrero, and we kind of did it like we were at Butlins, you know, like a lot of comedy, a lot of kind of pratfalls and stuff like that, and it worked. But then I had kind of bigger things like in my head because I knew how long I was going to have to do in the Rumble later on. And God, that was tiring.
It was awesome.
That was
one hell of a match.
But then, you know, tonight, I mean, there was what, maybe 108, something like that, you know. And look how loud you guys were, you know. So 800, 180, you can just be as loud as each other half the time. I mean, it is pretty annoying when you walk out and there's like 20 people there, you know. But half the thing that goes through your head isn't, oh, you know, why isn't there more people here? It's more, why the hell didn't the promoter promote it better, you know? But these 20 people are still paid, you know, they want to show, you know? Am I going to, you know, fly off the top right to the outside? Probably not, all right? But it doesn't mean you can't work hard and give them a good match, you know? They deserve that, you know, they've paid their money, so. You know, a lot of the time they appreciate it more, you know, because a lot of the wrestlers will be like, oh, there's only 20 people, let's take the night off. And then if they see someone working really hard, they go, oh, that was a nice surprise, you know, like, it's almost like, I did that for you, you know, and you know it, you know, so go and buy a t-shirt.
Well, so Stixx, thank you very much for joining us.
Cool.